What if you could live the American dream, security, comfort, freedom, without chasing endless money? What if the richest life wasn't about earning more, but about needing less? In this chapter, Vicki Robin and Joe Dominguez turn our idea of prosperity upside down and prove that a meaningful, joyful life can be built on a surprisingly small budget. Welcome to the American dream, on a shoestring. Welcome back to Wealth Shelf, where we turn classic financial wisdom into stories you can live by. So far, we've learned how to see money as life energy, how to track it, and how to find enough. Now, Chapter 6 of Your Money or Your Life shows us how to live well, not just cheaply, but intentionally. Because real frugality isn't deprivation, it's the art of maximizing fulfillment while minimizing waste. This is where financial independence stops being a dream and starts being a lifestyle. We've been taught that luxury equals happiness, that expensive means better. But Vicki Robin argues that much of what we call luxury is simply habit, unconscious spending that doesn't improve our lives. The real luxury, she says, is time. Time to live, love, and grow. And when you stop wasting money, you stop wasting life. The question isn't, how can I afford more, but what actually brings joy per hour of life energy spent? This mindset shift turns frugality from sacrifice into power. Frugality has a bad reputation. We imagine stingy people counting pennies in dark rooms. But true frugality isn't about denial. It's about awareness. It's the conscious, joyful use of money to create a life aligned with your values. It means asking, how can I meet my needs elegantly, efficiently, and creatively? Frugality and creativity are twins. When you use your imagination, you can have comfort, health, beauty, and fun at a fraction of the cost. When you reach enough, something remarkable happens. You stop needing external validation. You start discovering the joy and simplicity in the small, real pleasures that money can't buy. The authors describe people who found immense satisfaction from downsizing, cooking at home, mending clothes, trading skills with neighbors, growing a garden, exploring nature. Not because they had to, but because it made life richer and calmer. The less you spend, the more freedom you gain. Every dollar you don't need to earn is an hour of your life reclaimed. Robin calls this the alchemy of frugality, turning less money into more happiness. It's about transforming routine expenses into opportunities for connection, creativity, or self-reliance. Cook with friends instead of dining out. Bike instead of drive and get exercise for free. Repair something and feel the pride of self-sufficiency. Each of these choices strengthens your independence. Frugality, in this sense, is rebellion, a quiet revolution against consumer culture. One of the biggest lessons here is that conscious spending is far more satisfying than impulsive spending. When you know why you're buying something and how it aligns with your values, the purchase feels right. When you buy out of boredom or insecurity, it feels hollow. Vicki Robin writes that every expense can be measured by its cost in life energy and its yield in fulfillment. If both feel balanced, you're spending wisely. If not, you're leaking life energy. True wealth isn't about what you own. It's about what you don't waste. Frugality naturally shifts you from consumer to creator. When you buy less, you make more. Meals, art, community, time. You discover hidden talents, cooking, building, repairing, designing. Each skill reduces dependence and increases confidence. The joy of creating replaces the thrill of shopping. That's the quiet secret of financial independence. The less you consume, the more alive you become. Studies show that after basic needs are met, more spending doesn't increase happiness, but purposeful living does. People who live below their means consistently report higher life satisfaction, lower stress, and more freedom to do what they love. Why? Because they control their time, the ultimate currency. When you don't need much to live well, you're free to choose work you enjoy, travel longer, or even retire early. That's the true dividend of frugality. Not more money, but more life. Here's step 6 in the 9-step program. Value your life energy by learning to be frugal. This step isn't about cutting costs for its own sake. It's about aligning your spending with your purpose. When you see money as life energy, wasting it feels like wasting yourself. The authors suggest 4 principles of joyful frugality: quality over quantity, self-reliance over dependence, creativity over convention, awareness over automation. Live these, and your expenses will shrink naturally. without effort, without resentment. At this point, you realize that the American dream was never about owning more. It was about being free. Free to choose, to rest, to create, to connect. When your expenses are low and your needs are clear, every dollar stretches further, every moment feels fuller. You stop running and start living. That's the real dream. And it fits beautifully on a shoestring. True frugality is joyful. It's conscious, creative, and values-driven. Every dollar saved is more life energy available for what matters most. Simplicity increases freedom. Excess increases stress. Step 6. Value your life energy by being elegantly frugal. The richest life often costs the least. What's one expense you've cut that made your life better, not worse? Was it cooking more, canceling a subscription, or finding joy in something free? Share it in the comments and help others see that less can truly be more. In the next video, we'll explore Chapter 7, For Love or Money. It's about work, how to find purpose, passion, and income without selling your soul. Make sure to like, subscribe, and keep following Wealth Shelf, where we help you build freedom, not just in your finances, but in your life.